Hey, what's up guys, this is elospeaks back again with another video, and in this video topic was long awaited. I'm going to be talking about Nick Wright and his foolish assertions putting Michael Jordan at number 3 at his top 50 players list. Now granted, I was keeping track a little bit at his top 50 list. There were some people that he had on the list I agree with, there were some that I disagree with, but nonetheless, it was his list, and he's going to rearrange it however he wants to. Now, the thing about me is, we already know that Nick Wright is a clutch agent for LeBron James. He's a certified LeBron James fanboy. It's a toss-up right now between who's the biggest fanboy, either him or Shannon Sharp. And they're like neck and neck, because sometimes I'll give it to Shannon Sharp, but then there are days where I give it to Nick Wright and his foolish assertion to say that LeBron James is the GOAT. But in terms of making this all-time list, we already knew that he was going to have LeBron James number 1 on his list, and we had speculated that he was going to at least have Michael Jordan too. But this guy sank to a whole new low in terms of the disrespect of Michael Jordan, ranking him at number 3 on the all-time list. And what makes matters worse is his foolish assertion as to why Michael Jordan is number 3 on his all-time idiotic list. So, as we know, he came out with the video. It was a 40-minute video detailing Michael Jordan at number 3, showing why he's on number 3 on the all-time list, and he was quote-unquote singing praises to Michael Jordan being quote-unquote 3rd all-time on his list. But when he went into detail as to why Kareem is over Michael Jordan, he went into a whole diatribe as to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar being better than him in college and high school, which was another failed attempt. He was grasping at straws, and this is from his Twitter. So he quote, "Kareem was better than MJ in high school, college, as rookies, and very young players, as very old players. At 38, MJ was leading the Wizards to 37 wins. At 38, Kareem was winning Finals MVP. Kareem set the scoring record before I was born. He holds it to this day." Now, to be fair, 2 of these is right. Kareem was a better high school prospect, and you could say that Kareem was the greatest college player of all time. He won 3 straight NCAA championship, 3 most improved player, 3 years in a row before he left to go to the NBA. And he also won rookie, and he was an outstanding player throughout his NBA career. But when you go into the numbers of it, it just doesn't add up for him going against Michael Jordan. And no shade to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I have him as the 2nd best player of all time. But he's just not better than MJ. Because MJ led 6 championships while playing with the Chicago Bulls, winning all finals MVPs, winning 5 regular season MVPs. Now granted, I give the nod to Kareem because he won 6 MVPs, granted. But when he went with Magic Johnson was the leader of that team, and he led those teams to those championships, and Kareem was along for the ride. I only put Kareem 2nd because of all the accolades and accomplishment that he did throughout his whole basketball tenure. Now, I want to add a caveat, because since Nick Wright wants to add that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was better than MJ in high school and college, I give you that. But you have to make that assertion and say that Kareem was a better high school prospect than LeBron James and a better college player. I don't care that LeBron James didn't go to college. That's his business. And even as rookies, you could say that he was better as well in terms of dominating the league at a young age coming out. The only thing I'll say LeBron James would have Kareem is playing at an elite high level at a very old age. But after that, to use this BS assertion that at 38, MJ was leading the Wizards to 37 wins while Kareem was winning Finals MVP, come on, that's not even like a fair assertion, because Michael Jordan had retired 3 years prior to winning his 6th straight championship, and he came to the Wizards as a showcase. He wasn't taking that seriously. To be honest, those Wizards years don't even count. I don't care what nobody says. LeBron James fanboys try to use that as a way to discredit Michael Jordan, but come on, nobody counts those Wizards years because there was no way that he was even trying to contend for a championship. That was just for the Wizards to make money for LeBron, for him to try to own the Wizards later on as a team. It didn't go well. He ended up buying the Charlotte Bobcats and now the Hornets. So that's how that went back. But in terms of trying to come back to compete for a championship, no, nobody looks at those years. The years we look at it is from 1984 to 1998. Those are the peak years of Michael Jordan. Nobody counts those Wizard years. Only delusional fanboys like Nick Wright count those years because he's trying to make a pathetic claim that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan because he's an unclutch agent. So that's regards to that. But I want to go into the details about the situation as regards to who's better, Michael Jordan, LeBron James. And even when you pull up the stats, the statistics, the advanced stats, they give the nod to Michael Jordan. They give the accolades to Michael Jordan. Now, granted, the only reason that LeBron James has a lot of accolades, while he is a great player, he has longevity. He played longer, and you could argue say that you could give the nod to Michael Jordan because he did more than LeBron James did in less years. That's impressive in itself because look at this. Look at the Hall of Fame stats: 14-time All-Star, 10-time scoring champ, 3-time steal champ, 11-time All-NBA, Rookie of the Year, 9-time All-Defense, All-Rookie, 6-time champion, Defensive Player of the Year, 6 Finals MVP, 5-time MVP. All those are way good statistics to at least put you at least #1 or top 2. Now for LeBron James, he has an impressive stat line too. I don't want to take nothing away from him because he's a 1-time scoring champ, assist leader. He's a 4-time NBA champ, but I don't count the 4th championship because that was a bubble asterisk title. But that's a whole nother conversation for another day. Matter of fact, I even made a video about it, how the 2020 championship doesn't count, but I digress. He is a 4-time MVP, a 3-time Finals MVP, and Rookie of the Year, 18-time All-NBA. Granted, those are great statistics, but in terms of the all-time ranking, I can never have LeBron James #1 because he has too much finals losses. He switched teams every 4 years. He's played for the Cavs, he played for the Heat, came back to the Cavs, went to the Lakers, and now 1 year left on his contract. We don't know what he's going to do. We don't know if he's going to leave to go to another team or is he going to go back to Cleveland. It's up in the air for LeBron James because I don't see them winning a championship this season, regardless of AD and Westbrook stay healthy for the season. I don't see those guys winning a championship at all. At all. I don't care if all 3 of them stay healthy throughout the season. LeBron James and those guys are not winning a championship. I could see that. Come on, bro. So again, when it comes to the accolades, Michael Jordan did more in less time than LeBron James. LeBron James is going into year 20 and he still doesn't have his 5th MVP. He doesn't have a Rookie of the Year. He doesn't have 9 scoring titles to match with Michael Jordan's 10. He doesn't have 6 championships. He has 6 finals losses. I don't care about all the excuses or he was young, injuries, the team was better than him. I don't care about none of that. Because by the end of the day, from 2011 all the way to 2018, LeBron James been stacking the deck in his favor. You could argue saying from 2011 to 2020, he's been stacking the deck in his favor, trying to trade for AD, and he was trying to acquire Anthony Davis, KD, etc. Now a couple of months ago, he was talking about how he wanted to play with Steph Curry. No, bro. No. Michael Jordan is a more accomplished athlete. He did more in less time, and he's arguably, just with the eye test alone, Michael Jordan's a GOAT. Now, I wanted to make this video a little bit earlier, but I wanted to see, first things first, to see how he would react, how Nick Wright would react to people, you know, pushing back on his foolish assertions. And as scheduled, Chris Broussard destroyed Nick Wright in his false assertions to try to say that Michael Jordan's third all time. He brought up the stats, he brought up the statistics, he brought up everything that you need to destroy this foolish assertion. And of course, Nick Wright had nothing to say. He was flabbergasted. He was talking under his breath. He was acting like a little fangirl when his foolish points were getting knocked back, and he had really no answer to that. And then all he kept on bringing up was high school and college, where LeBron James didn't even go to college, which I don't have no problem with. But again, in terms of high school, Kareem was a better, you could argue Kareem was a better player than LeBron James in high school. And in college, hey, there's nothing to show for it in terms of what LeBron James would have done if he went to college. And we already see that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a way better college athlete than he would have ever been, because I doubt LeBron James was going to stay 3 years of college. But I digress again. So that's the nod on Kareem. So with that, you could argue, say that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a better basketball player than LeBron James, if you want to make that foolish assertion. But again, I'm not going to do that, because I actually make sense and I actually look at the game. So in terms of this, we have Michael Jordan #1 as a GOAT. We have Kareem at #2. And in this, my personal opinion, if I had a top 10 list, I might make one sooner or later in the future, who knows. But if I had LeBron James in my top 10, he probably would be around #6 or #7 on my all-time list. I have him nowhere near the top 5. He was close to it, but he's nowhere near the top 5 because of the past failures that he's had over the course of the 4 seasons. And again, I do not count that 2020 championship. It was an asterisk, it's fake, it's fugazi, it's zirconium, it's a bubble championship that wasn't real. Nobody of basketball stature counts that as a real championship. All the BS that happened with COVID-19, having a 5-month layoff, a whole bunch of players didn't want to play, and certain teams that wasn't even there, nobody wants to count that at all. So again, I don't count that championship, nor should you. So that's just my personal opinions on the matter. Let me know yours down in the comment section down below. This is Elo Speaks, out.